Alrighty, welcome back to the Silver Lantern Archives. Today we continue on with the Echo of Ancients. Our party's gotten themselves in a good bit of trouble as they fly off the side of a cliff, but we'll let them tell you how they got there.
Someone other than me, my voice hurts.
All right. So, after dealing with being almost drowned for I think was this the fifth time we've almost drowned.
Something like that.
God, water in this game. What the hell?
Water is wet.
We mm-hmm. After almost drowning, we managed to finally defeat that creature and started dragging it back up the tunnel back to the elevator. While heading there, we ran into Chiron, who, well, more like they ran into us with a gigantic goat thing. Because they've met our good friend, priest, I think, was it Davros? Demetrios. I was watching Doctor Who earlier.
The Daleks will rise again.
Yes. Damn, I lost the train of thought. They ran into us, and we headed back to the elevator. And since that big ass goat took up most of the space, although, I mean, couldn't they have just dismissed it and then brought more people up? Because apparently that thing's like that's a token basically, like it's one of those animal tokens. But we had to wait for the elevator to come back down. During which, that creepy door, I think, we weren't sure, we never checked. Pretty sure that creepy door opened. Whatever's in there might have gone out. We haven't checked, but some shit was definitely going on in there. We were hiding. Me and Chiron were just cowering in the dark. Real dark down there. Until eventually we all managed to get back up there, in which everyone, well, not really. The priest was in a panic because apparently the alarms were being sounded that more Mhalduun was being invaded. So we were sent back to our rooms to rest and recover for days. I think 3 days. I think Farley still has that 1 point of exhaustion, right?
That would be a Farley question. I do not know.
They don't. So I think I think we managed to sleep off all the exhaustion. But after a while, we decided, you know what? We were sick of waiting, and we're all ready. So we went to go check what was going on. We got to the staircase, and oh shit! There's a full on war going on outside, of which we were inadvertently became a part of when a goblin bomb exploded right at our feet, knocking us all over the mountain. Here we are, flying
Everybody
through the
lick
air.
sploosh.
I don't know. Did we go sploosh? Because if there's more water, I'm gonna panic.
No, he'll just win splooshes and then you took splash damage.
So it's like 0 damage.
No.
Splash doesn't do. You said splash damage. Splash doesn't do shit.
Splash means AoE.
Oh, I thought you meant the Pokemon thing.
No, I'm not getting sued today. But, and as everybody goes in every which direction, I need everybody to roll me a d6.
Me too.
Not you.
Okay.
Just the 5 chuckle fox that went flying. 2, 3, 4. I'm missing Chiron.
Everybody roll 6 tonight. Everybody roll d6.
And I also need an athletics check from whoever was carrying Zeke. They have advantage because they're tied down.
Shit. You said acrobatics or athletics?
Athletics.
Oh, okay. I should ace this.
Yeah,
Ace.
you're fine. You managed to keep them with you. As the detonation goes off, everybody sees a flash of white, followed by more bombardment explosions slamming into the ground, and it shaking under you. But you are airborne for a good while, and you don't remember much of what happens. Farley, you are the first one to get back up as you find yourself laying alone, scattered in, well, not scattered, you're just there, in the tall grasses. You are currently at 5 HP. Blue?
Blue, you're muted.
Blue, what you doing?
Why is everybody quiet?
Because I'm talking to you.
Blue,
Hello?
can you even hear us?
Hello?
Oh, we've lost Blue. No audio
Blue?
input.
There he goes. Blue?
You hear us now, Blue?
Oh, okay, now I can hear you. Sorry, you're all blinking. I was wondering why everyone was so quiet.
We weren't. They were listening to me and then waiting for you to respond. But Blue, you have woken up at 5 HP after being flung through the air. You are on the ground, dazed and pushing yourself to your feet with no sign of the others.
Oh, great.
You can see the large, effectively, it's a small mountain, but it's still more of a hilly plateau than a proper mountain in which you were thrown from.
Oh, I guess I gotta start climbing.
So you're going to make your way back towards Mhalduun?
It's the only location I can see.
I mean, you did, when you first came out of Mhalduun, you did see the camps and the battlefield off into the fields. You'd imagine you're on their level now.
Do I have any sense of where they might be?
Away from
terms of
the
direction.
roll me a quick survival.
Let's see, survival. Okay, that's a 4.
You have no idea. You've got the mountain, but you hit the ground kind of hard and you're struggling to remember exactly which way it was. You knew it was sitting on the top of some of the old plateaus that surround the area you're in. So you could try to get up on top of one of those and start wandering around, but it'd be dangerous.
I'm still at half speed, so I just slowly make my way.
Why are you still at half speed?
We only rested for 2 days. You told me last session, at the end of last session, I still have 2 levels of exhaustion.
Oh, fair.
Oh,
So-
we rested for 3.
Yeah, I thought you were at 1.
Yeah, you're at 1.
Oh.
You've got
Oh,
your
no,
normal speed.
Okay, yeah, sorry. Last session you said I still had 2.
I might have made a mistake.
Okay. Alright, I just make my I just kind of pick a general direction and just see, like, I either run into them or I die. So, see what happens first.
So you're just gonna start wandering off towards the battlefields?
As close to a general direction of it as I can. I have 0 sense of direction.
So Farley is beginning his trek deeper into the fields. The tall grass swaying over him, taller than him in most places over here. There's not a lot that you can actually see once you enter the endless sea of green. But you can still continue to fight your way on.
I occasionally just shoot Eldritch Blast right in front of me to like clear the way a little bit.
Eldritch Blast would not be strong enough to clear. It would make a small
I mean, just like-
detonation, but there's so much grass around you.
Okay, I didn't know if I was like temporarily open to see if I would like run into a rock or something.
Yeah, no. If you just have your hand in front of you, no. But yeah, that is how thick you're looking.
Okay.
But elsewhere, in another bit of the field, separated Noman and Zeke, you find both of you two stirring again. Noman, you are the first to stir. Zeke, unconscious on top of you.
How many hit points I got?
2.
How many?
2.
God damn.
You got hit by a bomb. You have your life.
I cannot argue that. So Noman is going to groan and like look around, not getting up. He's trying to look. Can I see past Zeke's unconscious body?
Yeah, there's a bunch of grass.
All right, Nolan is going to first check Zeke's pulse to make sure they're still alive.
They are, and as you touch them, they start to stir.
Zeke, wake up! Come on.
What the hell just happened?
I can't be sure, but I think we just got blown up, and I don't know where we are. I feel like hammered shit.
You know, I would expect to be used to this sensation by now with all my run-ins with Farley and his explosions, but Jesus Christ.
Noma's going to attempt to get up and help Zeke to their feet.
You feel woozy.
Zeke will just hold up a hand going, nah, it's okay. to Noman.
What, they're just
And-
gonna let...
No, I was gonna say, and then get up on his own without assistance. Just
Well,
do like little... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, one of those weird little, like, semi-crouch jump things.
But once we're up, I'm going to take a look around, see where we are, if I can see anything recognizable.
You see, you are in a massive field of grass. The grass itself growing far taller than either of you. Is gently waving in the wind.
Do I remember seeing that from the top of the mountain? Like
yeah,
a
you could
very...
say it makes up a whole endless waste.
Did we somehow get back in the plains?
You were outside of the plains, just on the edge.
Oh shit.
You do see high above you the mountain which you imagine has Mhalduun in it. But it looks different than when you last looked at it. Or actually, it looks different than what you would imagine if you were standing on top of it. But that's not too uncommon since you're at the bottom now.
Do I hear the sound of battle nearby at all?
No.
With how violent that fighting was, that's surprising. Unless we got knocked real far away from like the complete opposite direction of the fight. How tall would you say this grass is?
About 9 feet.
Looking around, do I see anything close by that looks like I could climb it to get a better view of what's around?
All you can see around you is grass. It's thick. Think being in a cornfield.
Oh shit, we're in a goddamn corn maze.
That's about how much you can see it.
The dread maze.
Zeke is going to pull out Roxy from the little familiar astral plane, whatever it is, pocket dimension. And have her fly up as high as she can and survey the area and see if she can, and look through her eyes and see if they can see anything.
Roxy flies up into the air. And you get the feel of where you are. You look like you are several miles from the foot of the mountain at this point. And you can see off in the distance the sign of the camps you saw before. And you see a rubbled face along the side of the mountain. The switchbacks in which you were on look like they have been destroyed.
Okay.
What does Roxy see?
Hold on. I'm sorry. I heard what you said and I registered it, but my brain is not registering it now. What did you say again, CC?
In one direction, you see the camps, the war camps y'all saw when you first came out of Mhalduun. And on the other side, you see the mountain in which you think you came out on. But where you think you were is now complete rubble. The switchbacks in which the party was going to take back down the mountain have been completely destroyed.
Okay. And does it look like there's any way for us to get back to where we had exited the cage, or because of all that rubble we can't?
You're not even entirely sure where the entrance is. You think it was somewhere in the rubbled side of that mountain, but you couldn't be certain.
Okay. Zeke will turn to Noman and say, point out to where the war camps are going. War camps that way. I'ma presume, because of all that rubble, we were there where that bomb just blew our asses up. Regardless, do you think we should meet up there and then maybe send Roxy out to scout and try and find the others and bring them back to us to relocate?
Well, we are
Or
pretty good.
Sorry.
Well, we're pretty well hidden in this grass. I think we should get as close as we can while still being stealth. And you can use Roxy to find the others and point them in our direction.
But you think we should head towards the camps instead of keep away?
No, I think we should start heading toward the mountain. But I'm pretty sure like you said, the camps were at the foot of the mountain, right?
No, you were in between them and the mountain.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I would say we should head back to the mountain. I mean, we just survived not only an explosion of a massive bomb, but a fall. Presumably, we had no business surviving. So, don't want to push our luck any further.
All right. We just
as
need to
you look through Roxy's eyes, you do know the chances of you being able to see the others while they're in this grass is very slim. You know where you are and you can't really see you from above.
Okay. How noticeable is Roxy from the ground?
It depends. When you're in the grass and the grass is weaving over you, you can't see her. If anybody has a higher viewpoint, like from a rock or one of the plateaus, they'll be able to see her just fine.
Okay.
And you said the grass was 9 feet tall.
Yes, around you.
Presumably, but presumably this grass would be a little easier to see out of from closer toward the top, right?
Presumably. But you also don't think you'd be able to climb the grass as it doesn't look strong enough.
Oh, I wasn't thinking about climbing. Noman is gonna focus and start to grow taller and taller until he gets to the maximum height he can change, which is about 8 feet.
Okay. You can see but still nothing around you.
Yeah, but at least now I can actually see the sky a little bit better, right?
A little bit, yeah.
It's not great, but we can. It's a little easier to see the sky now. Come, join me up here, Zeke, and we can start heading off.
Zeke is going to look up at Noman and go, "Are you offering me a piggyback ride?"
No, you do the same thing I did.
Do note, with you growing that big, your armor will have trouble fitting. Because your armor doesn't grow with you.
It was more focused on my legs, so maybe my.
You wouldn't be able to go that far. You'd have to move your entire body if you're going to be rolling.
Yeah, but I'm not growing any thicker. It's just height, so it would look weird on me. Definitely, it would look like a tank top armor, but it wouldn't be like tight on me.
Okay.
I look lanky. I look like Slender Man, basically.
Creepy.
But as an elf. Well, look at down at Zeke and repeat. You do remember you're a changeling just like me. You can do the exact same thing I do.
I know I can shapeshift, yes, Noman.
So, unless you want to not be able to see as well.
Yes, but that looks weird, Noman, if we're being honest here.
Look, normally I would agree, and I would usually say form over function, but this is an emergency situation, so I'm going to say function over form. Which, by the way, goes way out of my comfort zone, so you know this is serious.
That's true, and I'm pretty sure, especially with how bad I messed up at the river in the back there, if I don't do everything in my power to find the others, Chiron will kick my ass again, so.
Oh, without a doubt.
Zeke will follow Noman's lead, although it's very begrudging.
Your armor fits even less. Having worn heavy armor.
Yeah. Or, medium armor. But
Either way, that's still all strapped together. You
yeah.
actually wouldn't be. You'd have to actually take parts of it all.
Oh.
Light armor, you'd be able to get away with it. Heavier armor, you would.
Yeah.
But you can do that if you want. It's not too hard.
Yeah. Zeke will do that because doesn't want to get his ass kicked by Chiron. And wants to make sure Chiron and Farley are okay.
Which way are y'all heading? Back towards the mountain, I heard?
That's my vote. Excuse me.
I do want Roxy to circle above us a few feet away to where it doesn't give us exactly off to too many people, but where hopefully the rest of the group can see her and go and follow it. If they are able to see that high up.
If Chiron's in here, you know she won't be. They won't be able to.
Honestly, mostly doing this for Farley.
You just gotta hope Farley isn't a gamer. Because gamers don't look up. Just gotta make y'all's way out that way. That brings us then to Elise and Chiron. Two of you reawaken. Two of you are in a crevasse.
Oh, joy.
How much HP do we have?
Chiron, you have 1. Elise, you have 15.
No.
Are you alive?
Somehow. Ow.
And how's the
Izzy.
cat doing?
I was gonna ask you that. Those are attached to you.
That's above table for CC.
The
Fair
side
enough.
of their face is extremely burnt. It looks like the reason Elise is looking good is because Z took the brunt of the explosion.
Oh, now I feel bad. CC. Just plain out
Yeah.
pain.
Chiron's gonna crawl over to them and go, "That hurt, but it actually knocked some sense into me. I'm
How
going
soon?
this. I'm going to crawl to Z, and I'm going to get their earring, and I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to activate it, and hope that it activates. Please tell me it activates.
It does.
Oh, thank fuck. I am going to send the message, hurt but alive in the plains, separated. Have Z and Elise. Are you alive, and where are you?
All you get in response is the sound of battle. Battle screams, people dying.
Do I hear it from both of them, though?
You're not sure. One of them doesn't respond, but can I get a perception check?
You can. That's persuasion.
You're pretty sure, based on the voice you heard, it was Fiki, not pneumonia.
Chiron is going to tilt their head, concentrating on that message, and then look at Elise and go, well, they're in battle, but I'm pretty sure Biggie's alive. Did not get
Oh,
a
that's
response
good.
from Nimona, though.
Think he probably wants their spear back.
Yeah. I'm gonna put the earring back on Z so that he has it.
Fair.
And because
Question
if I
is-
don't do it now, I'll forget.
Question is, do we go for the battle or do we find the others?
I mean, we were heading towards the camp anyway. It would make the most amount of sense to go towards there. Looks at Elise, which means that our companions are idiots, so we're gonna need to go back towards the mountain.
Of course.
Above table, real quick. I just started wheezing so hard from laughter that I scared the shit out of Max.
Elise, how tall are you?
Lisa's 7'1".
Elise, do you mind holding me above your head for a moment?
Oh, no issue.
Do note y'all are in a deep crevasse. Even standing on their shoulders, you won't be seeing over the top.
How tall is it?
About 45 feet.
Not shit.
We're both climbers.
Yep.
This isn't an issue.
Yep. So never mind. Scratch that, because I was going based off the graph.
Yeah, I
I'm
had a
just gonna
feeling.
start. I'm just gonna start skittering up the side of this crevice.
Do note, Elise, you will have disadvantage as you try to climb due to Z still being strapped to your back.
Don't know if that affects it, but
Nope. It's
Yeah.
just making it harder to move around because you have that extra weight flopping about on your back.
yeah.
So Chiron has a climb speed, so I don't have to worry about them, but I do need to worry about Elise if you're trying to climb.
I stick to the wall.
You don't have pittance, do you?
I do indeed,
Okay.
for I am a thief.
And I'm assuming you have rope to go with those.
That I do, for I am a thief. Thief.
So
I can speak.
don't mind picking that up, and that should make the climb a lot easier.
Mhm. I'll go up ahead and start putting the pittons in.
Okay.
Ahead of Elise, since I have the climb speed.
Alrighty, and Elise, you're going to be trying to climb the rope, or are you going to tie it to yourself to save you if you fall?
Climb the rope,
Okay, cool.
as if I fall from the top, that's just a broken spine.
Yeah. Well, not necessarily. It'd more likely be a dead seat.
Oh yeah, completely Spider-Man it. Thanks.
I mean, do you want to tie her to me? I have the strength to carry her.
Yeah, okay.
Currently.
Yeah. You can
How
take
long? How
Hmm.
long is a rope?
50 feet.
50.
50. Which is why I'm climbing up and moving. So yeah, it's gonna be awkward, but I'll still stick to the wall with Z. So once we get back up, we can switch back. Just that way she's not causing you issue.
Yep.
I am going to do the pittance first and then come back down for Z.
Alrighty.
Works for you.
So this is gonna take a little bit, but teamwork to get us out of here.
Makes a dream work.
Exactly.
You'll
there-
manage to eventually make y'all's way up. It takes a little while. I still need that athletics from Elise, though.
You shouldn't be at disadvantage now, though.
Right.
So
Yeah, it's
there's
just
that.
flat. Good old 21.
You managed to get up. It's not too bad.
And after getting Z up there and Elise is up there, I'll go and grab the pittance.
They're easy enough to grab with your climb speed. You pluck them back out with a little bit of tugging.
And then I'll help Elise put Z back on their back. Okay, back towards the mountain.
Where's the mountain?
So you start making your way that way, slowly. You can see now that you're high up, there are massive fields of grass just outside the plateaus y'all are going to need to climb down. The camp is on one of the plateaus on which y'all are in. Y'all are just a couple miles away from it. But it's going to be a long while before you get back to the mountain. Do y'all wish to enter the green forest? Now that you know where the camp is?
We could
Chiron's
stop
gonna.
and
Yeah.
leave
Chiron's
Z.
gonna. What was that, Elise?
We could stop and leave Z.
Looks at Z. Yeah,
More
that's
movement they
probably
get, the worse they're going to be.
agreed. We should leave them at the camp first. I don't have faith that our companions are going to the camp, but they're just gonna have to wait a little bit longer for us to meet back up with them. Hopefully they're not dead before we get to them. Come on, let's get Z to safety.
Yeah.
Farley?
Weren't the camps? Oh, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask, weren't the camps enemy camps?
You couldn't tell from where you were. Actually, no. If I'm not mistaken, you'll knew they were kobold. Because you could see them moving
Yep.
around at them.
Yep, we knew they were kobolds,
Oh shit.
so we're gonna go drop off Z before we go find the others.
And we're going to pan back over to Farley. Farley, you have been fighting through the grass for about 2 hours now. You're not entirely sure where you are at this point. It's all just green to you. Can I get a D100?
Okay. Let's see, D100.
Can I get a perception check?
It's a 6.
You feel the hair on the back of your neck stand up. But you kind of think it's probably the wind or something. Maybe a piece of grass.
Farley begins contemplating whether lighting the field on fire would help his progress.
Even for you, you are in said field. You will burn.
Again, he's contemplating because he's getting really annoyed. He's been traveling here for 2 hours now.
As you're looking around, you do notice something looking at you through the foliage. There's a great black cat.
I wave to it.
It growls.
I draw my staff.
You see it starts to move forward, and you get a slight image of, or an idea of what's behind it. As you see,
I'm sorry, what?
it has 2 long tails.
I guess you're what kills me here. Oh well, life was fun while it
Coming from its
lasted.
shoulders.
I say as I pray to cast Eldritch Blast.
You hear it growl at you. Are you going to stand and fight?
I fire my Eldritch Blast.
It slams into a non-existent version of it as it lunges forward, attacking with its claws. Let's see if it hits you.
Is this that thing from the Dungeons and Dragons movie?
Displacer beast.
Well, that's a 24 to hit. Yeah, that's going to hit. As Farley, you get backhand, or you get smashed with one of the giant paws and get launched to the ground. We'll see what happens to Farley in a little bit. Noman, Zeke, y'all are heading back up to the mountain?
That was what we originally said.
Yeah, that's because I thought the camp was like an enemy camp.
Same here.
You took brain damage. You're good. Y'all have made it back to the foot, and you just see everything is in rubble over here. At least as far as you can tell, this is probably where you went up, or you would go up, but there's no longer a path there. Can I get a perception check from both of you?
Did I unmute myself?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do note, I don't think you have disadvantage anymore. I
Oh,
don't think
yeah,
you
no.
have the exhaustion point anymore.
Nope,
What
I do
both
not.
of y'all notice as y'all are looking at, you're right at the edge of the mountain, still at the edge of the grass, looking around, but y'all hear something higher up in the rubble, and y'all see on a ledge up there, there's a small group of maybe 10 goblins on the move, combing through the wreckage. At least 3 of them are looking around them as if to watch out for enemies.
First things first is Zeke's going to call Roxy back towards them,
Okay.
towards the grass to try and keep her hidden.
And she flits back and then disappears back into her hidey hole.
Yep.
Inside your magic.
Shit.
Any ideas, Norman?
All my ideas involve turning into a goblin, but I don't think that's a viable situation right now. Pretty sure neither of us speak goblin.
No, I do not.
As you're talking, you see one of the ones that are on lookout suddenly look up and is scanning the grass in your direction.
Noma is gonna grab hold of Zeke and pull him back into the grass.
You see as the two of you move, it immediately moves its head, trying to get a better view, having seen the grass above you shift. You see it turn and call out to its friend, as the entire group is now on high alert. What will the two of you do?
Hmm. How far away are they?
200 feet?
So far away to cast a spell, they wouldn't be able to hear it.
Not necessarily. If they probably be able to see magic, though. They'd be able to. They wouldn't be able to understand it, but they might be able to hear the voice. So know that something's going on, but not what. And it'd give a direction. But they already look in that direction, so.
I have a few ideas, but all of them are complicated and slightly insane.
You're running out of time. The group's heading your way.
All right, I'm going to whisper to Zeke, "Don't panic," and I'm going to cast invisibility on them.
Can I actually have Roxy appear and flutter out to try and make it seem like it was just her?
You can. As
Yeah.
she does, you see 3 of the goblins immediately draw bows and fire. Two of them are going to fall short. One off to the left, one off to the right. One of them is going to catch her dead in the chest, pinning her to the ground. An instant kill shot because she only has 1 HP.
Yep. No, Doman, you did indeed cast invisibility on Zeke, right?
Yes.
You are going to feel a hand on your shoulder and a squeeze. that's all that you register. But yeah, Zeke's trying not to fall on the ground in sadness.
Are they still coming over here?
Oh yeah, they heard you cast him. They were gonna stop after shooting the bird, but then they heard something, so they think it might be a wizard doing something, because that might have been a familiar. So they are coming in. The three of them, a good 5 of them, are forming up as a wall, shields up, and they are moving. The archers are fanning out behind, ready to hit anything that runs.
Okay, so Zeke is invisible now. I'm going to quickly, quickly turn into a goblin, just a generic goblin.
Okay.
I'm going to lay down on my back on the ground, grab, and does minor illusion? Oh, thank God! It's a medic, so it's not just there's no sound to minor illusion, and cast the illusion of I'm going to basically make myself look dead, bloody wounds, various lacerations all over my face. I'm just going to lay there.
That wouldn't be minor illusion. That's specifically disguised self.
No. Wait, I can't make it seem like there are wounds all over me.
Not on you, no. That's disguised self. Because the moment you shift at all, like you breathe or whatnot, the wounds won't move with you.
Oh, right. I forgot. I completely forgot. I'm gonna quickly pull out my disguise kit and just smear some dirt, some red paint all over myself. Basically, trying to make myself look dead.
It's not the best disguise, but you're trying. You make a disadvantage disguise check.
What is that?
The toolkit with the disguise check. It would be a charisma-based one. No, it would be a dexterity-based one. I always forget minor illusion doesn't have verbal. I always think it does.
I don't have a thing in my tools for that. 1 second.
Are you proficient with it?
I'm proficient in thieves' tools, the loot, pan flute, playing cards. I should be proficient in disguise kit. I have the spy background. Weird. I don't, or maybe.
The spy doesn't give disguise kit. Because the spy is effectively a criminal, which gives thieves tools in a gaming set.
Why the hell do I have not one but 2 disguise kits? Where the hell did I get 2 disguise kits from? Can't remember. So I can't use the disguise kit?
You can, but you'll have a much higher DC. It will just be a dexterity check.
But I make it look more real by putting one of my daggers in my armpit like a stab wound.
I mean, people are going to be able to tell by looking at you. It's in your armpit.
Yeah, I know. Okay, so straight this dexterity check.
Yep, disadvantage.
I'm gonna use a hero point to make that normal.
Okay.
Dexterity, where are you? There you are. Yes.
Okay. You see they start coming closer. No, Zeke, what are you doing while this is going on?
Still
Because you might be
right?
invisible. However, you are parting the grass around you.
Ah.
Being
Is there a
invisible
way
doesn't
for
muffle
Zeke?
your armor.
Yeah. Strange question. If I were to take off my pack, would it become visible?
Yes.
Alright, then can I do that and stand on my pack?
I mean, it will still split the grass around you.
My thought process for that is that maybe they will think it is just the pack splitting it.
No, yeah, fair.
But if you're standing on, would it not be invisible anymore? Would it still be
It
invisible?
wouldn't be invisible because they're not carrying it anymore.
Ah.
But there would be an indent where they're standing. We just gotta hope nobody notices. But within moments, they are upon you, looking around, seeing Noman's dead body and looking over it. You hear them saying something in Goblin. You see they look over at the pack. They don't seem to care. And then they kick Noman full in the face. Noman, how much HP did you have? 2?
Mm-hmm.
You get knocked right the fuck out.
Deepest.
Because you're not able to dodge or anything, and you're not wearing anything to help protect you from that. Zeke, do you do anything when you see this?
With just that, no. But Zeke will prep to where if they try and attack Noman anymore, he will pounce.
Roll me a stealth.
Oh no. Wait, never mind. Okay. That's right.
You do have your armor mostly off, so you're not dealing with your armor really getting in the way because you took most of it off. But you shift and the bag makes a noise underneath you, and the goblins immediately whip around to look at it. Huh?
What?
Fuck.
Iron, you didn't whisper that.
I just see a selection of fruits.
We're talking about mimosas. Don't mind us.
Anyway, yeah, they're all looking at the pack, weapons drawn. Do you do anything, Zeke, or do you remain still?
Remain still.
You see just... Or can I get a D100?
D100 call high or low is what you said?
Nope, just D100.
Oh, okay.
As you see one approaching, shield raised and sword out, you see this little ferret, little black-nosed ferret, kind of poke its head off of the other side of your bag, looking around. It's like, oh! It sees the goblin, goes, eek! Scurries away, and you see the goblins relax. And then they just kick Noman on the side again and start walking back up towards the mountain.
All right. Once they are out of hopeful earshot. Actually, I just thought of something.
Mm-hmm.
Noman fell unconscious, right?
He was just kicked in the face. He's not dying. He's just unconscious.
Still,
Wouldn't that break?
concentration.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that means that Zeke would have become visible.
I forgot about it, so you're good.
Okay.
He manages to hold the consciousness for a couple seconds. They start walking away, and then you become visible. As they have their back turns.
I would have gone into heroes for that, just to keep that going.
All right. Well, once they are out of earshot as best as possible, Zeke is going to go up to Noman and you said not unconscious, just...
No, he's unconscious now. He's not dying. He's just unconscious.
Yeah, sorry. That's what I meant. Not dying, just unconscious.
Yep.
Okay.
With a bloody nose.
Yeah. Zeke is going to put back on his pack and then hoist up Noman and continue on the way they were headed.
You're where you
Jeez.
were headed. Where are you going now?
Oh, okay. We're at where we're at. Okay. I thought we were
You'll try to
still
get to
on
the
way.
bottom of the mountain. You're at the bottom of the mountain, and you found goblins.
Oh, okay.
So where are you gonna go? You know there are goblins moving around in this area.
Yeah, that's the downside. Is that survival instinct to stay in place and wait for someone to find you, but at the same time, goblins. Does it seem like, from what I can tell, does it seem like they're congregating in one area or completely spread out?
They're keeping as a group moving along,
Okay.
but you don't know how many other goblins are in the area.
Yeah. The best Zeke can do is carry Noman and try and head a different direction than the goblins that just left were headed.
So you're heading back into the forest, or you're going around the mountain?
Let's go around the mountain.
Okay. Meanwhile, elsewhere, Elise and Chiron. It takes y'all a little while, but y'all do eventually get on the plateau in which the kobolds are set up. Do you make your way to it? Are y'all heading straight for the door?
Door?
The gate.
Fence or the gate? Okay.
As you see, there are wooden fortifications, towers, gates, everything.
We should probably try and make ourselves
Visible?
known.
Do we have a white
You see
flag
there is
or
a
something?
road you can step out onto a good distance away.
Probably the road. Maybe pop me up on your shoulders. I'm bright red.
Yeah, hopefully I see ya. So, out comes from the cornfield is 9 feet of... I don't know.
9 feet of human with a tabaxi on their back and just a very tiny tiefling on their head. But you know what? Because I'm a tiny tiefling, I'm recognizable.
You see the
that's the
kobolds
point.
immediately see you and draw weapons as you approach.
I'll call out in Draconic. Friend, not foe. Chiron.
Identify yourself.
Chiron.
What is it? Chiron.
Chiron Black.
And who
Been in the
is
mouth.
that big one?
Elise.
Alice and Chiron. Are you part of the adventurers?
Yes.
What you doing over there?
Well, we came out of the mountain, and someone dropped a metal ball, and it exploded.
Come forward.
Oh, right, y'all are on the wrong map. 1 moment. This one.
Thank you.
Okay, Elise. You take
Yeah.
the lead, because I'm on you. Oh, Chiron, as we're going forward, Chiron's gonna go, oh, we also have Zeke with us. Not Zeke, Z.
You said you got hit by one of the bombs. How are you alive?
I'm going to
Very
guess.
sturdy, and this one's barely.
Chiron
They can't
kinda
understand
just-
Elise.
Yeah, Chiron.
realized.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Or well, can they? Or will?
They
Are they
don't.
speaking Draconic?
Yeah, they're still speaking
Yeah. Okay.
Draconic.
So Elise, you can't understand this.
Never mind what I said.
Yep. So Chiron is going to go. Probably a god. Someone decided that today was not our day to die.
I see. If the gods have chosen you, you must speak to the priest. The one priest must see you. Leave your
Remind me
weapons
what
here.
Remind me the name of the worm priest.
Spiros.
Like Dimitri. Spiros. Oh, Spiros. Yes, we can do that. At least we need to leave our weapons here.
Okay.
If you are given
like it.
passage, you will have them returned. But we will not let you into our camp armed in case you are one of them.
Make sure
Chiron
they
will,
take care
yeah,
of Fiki's spear, Kai.
Yeah. Chiron will nod and is also translating for you. But I will, I'll help Elise with these weapons. They know that they're actually, I have all of these shit.
Yeah, they're
So
just in
never
her
mind.
bag right now.
Yeah, so. Let's just put all our weapons down.
Come.
I am also going to look at the kobolds and go, we have a few missing companions. If they come by, specifically Farley the wizard, Zeke, and Noman.
What
So-
do they look like?
Chiron will give them descriptions of all of them.
Oh,
But
you mean
we'll, yeah.
the cat food? The cat food has been found. They are in triage. Come, come.
I'm coming. Chiron is going to look at Elise and go, I don't think Farley got here on his own volition.
Well, it means he's alive at least. I doubt they'd
Yeah.
drag a corpse in.
No, but they said something about cat food.
We are in plains. There could be big cats out here. Didn't even think about that.
And knowing Farley, he will always stand his ground.
Come, come.
Well, after that, it's either that or die.
Oh, follow, yeah, follow the kobold.
Ah,
You see they part to allow you passage into the camp, immediately taking their places back to cover the entrance as y'all lead in. Off to y'all right, y'all see a large medical tent in which you see a familiar, very bloodied blue wizard.
Yep, that's Farley.
can we leave Z here?
Oh, I will ask the kobold. Can we leave our cat friend here? She is. I'm gonna be honest. She was injured before the bomb.
Yeah, yes.
Okay, I'm going to crawl off Elise and start helping, like, undo the rope and get the into a bed next to Farley, as well as put the rope and blankets, keep them with thee.
You see they are placed in there. They are also then tied to the bed.
Chiron is gonna ask. I'm assuming that's until we get clearance.
Yes, yes.
You see Farley is in a similar state.
Okay, that's fair.
Can take no
Lead the way.
risks. The goblins have many spies.
Understandable. Come on, Elise.
Okay.
As they start leading you up the pathway, you see there are a number of kobolds all running aback. You see a group of the Talon goats set up. And they continue to lead you to what looks like the main tent, a large one, surrounded by barricades at the very center of the camp. As well, as you're walking up, there is a small troop of griffins just chilling.
Something you don't see every day.
As you
Chiron's
two-
gonna stick to you, Elise.
The griffins all just watch you pass with these gleaming eyes as you are brought up to a number of individuals you do recognize. One of them is the worm priest Spheros, one is priest Demetrios, one is Nikias, one is Nimbus, as you remember her, one is a kobold you don't recognize, and surprisingly, there is a whole ass person. Half-orc by the look of them. Graves, can I get a description of your character?
Sure. Give me a second. Alrighty. So, Judd or Graves hobbles in holding a wooden cane, stabilizing him as he walks with a slight limp. His smile seems slightly forced and slightly imposing. His hair is long and black and unkempt, signs of years of neglect. His skin is got a slight green tint, and scars creep out from under his armor near the neckline. He is adorned in chainmail and carries a lofty load on his back, as well. Oh, I'm sorry. Well, a hefty load on his back, the bag of a well-seasoned traveler.
Your bag is currently sitting on the ground next to you as you were talking with camp leaders.
Yep, sounds good.
Elise, Chiron,
Well-
can I get descriptions of the two of you as you walk up?
Yeah. Chiron's kind of leading the way a little bit, putting. Sorry, Elise, you're getting put between them and the griffins.
That's
I
fine, you
am
probably look
small
like a
and
snack.
taste like chicken. Yeah, I was gonna say I am small and taste like chicken. But you will see a abnormally small tiefling, standing at only 2.5 foot tall. They are wearing darker leathers, that the attire of a rogue, as well as they have red skin with black tattoos just all over their shoulders, and down their arms. They look absolutely beat to shit. But they have long reddish brown hair that is currently a bit of a mess, but is technically braided back. As well as they are the tiefling variety that have hooves, and their horns are not super large by any means. You'd assume by the height and the size of their horns that this would be a very young tiefling, minus the fact that age-wise, you're pretty sure this tiefling is probably in their 30s. The height doesn't match up, though. But they look bloodied.
And Elise is a somewhat abnormally tall human, quite well built too, probably used to carrying quite a few different weapons at a time. They look like a veteran. They have a few scratches and a major scar across their brow. Her short-kept, dark red hair is a bit messy, but not disheveled. Her heavy armor is quite battle-worn at this point.
You see Demetrius turn to a lot of you.
Good heavens, you survived. We thought you had fallen when you had been crushed when Mhalduun was raided.
We were outside when the bomb fell. Scattered us.
Well,
Not.
at least you are alive. What of the rest of your companions?
We kind of
Farley's
all
in
went-
triage.
Yeah, Farley's in triage, as is Z. Z still hasn't woken up from the hypothermia. As for Noman and Z, we kind of all went in different directions. And knowing our companions, they probably went back to the mountain.
You
But
see
he was
the
too
other
injured.
kobold, the one you don't recognize.
A dangerous thing, that. Goblins are swarming the area. The entrance to Mhalduun is collapsed. They are looking for any survivors.
Sorry.
Looks at Elise and goes, I knew we were done.
We're going to go after them.
You hear from Demetrius.
In the state you are, that's not a good idea. You are rather banged up. Going out there is going to risk yourself. There are goblins and beasts moving in packs out there.
Oh, I should be fine. It's Kai I'm worried about.
Do you think you can deal with a pack of displacer beasts in your state?
Displacer what? Sorry?
Displacer beasts. Great cats that can effectively duplicate themselves to make it harder to strike them down.
Is that why the kobolds at the front said that Farley was cat food?
If Farley was the one that was found in the den, yes.
That's definitely Farley. I'd know that blue wizard anywhere.
Either cat food, they mistook him for a kitten.
I am not familiar with the injuries myself as I've been here plotting. But if your friends are out there, perhaps they will know better to come here once they see that the mountain is guarded. There is too much land to go search, and it is too dangerous to send people. The goblins are out there in force.
I am just going to just mentally put out into the universe, Z, get your ass over here. It's probably not gonna do anything, but Z, get your ass over here. Zeke.
Roll me a D100.
Do I need to call high or low?
Nope.
Okay. You get a 92.
You feel a connection.
Oh, shit.
In Zeke, elsewhere, where you are, you feel the angry wrath of a Chiron. The worry, the anger, and the stress crash down all of a sudden, taking you to your knees as it reverberates through your soul. And you feel a command burn into your chest. We'll get to how they deal with that in a second. But, Chiron, how do you feel after doing that?
Well, I looked to the sky as I was doing this and feeling something connect. I think I look startled.
Graves, do you respond to this startled tiefling who just startled themselves? Graves?
Triple?
Oh, sorry. Can you repeat that?
Do you respond at all to this tiefling who just startled themselves by looking at the sky?
Oh,
They weren't saying anything, it's just they looked up and then startled all of a sudden. You're just like, what?
is there something the matter?
I was trying to push into the universe for Zeke to get their ass over here. I felt something click. That's abnormal.
Yes, it's very interesting. Don't believe I've formally introduced myself. My name is Judd.
Chiron, and they'll put out a hand.
Pleasure. Do you need some healing? You, look a little worse for wear. I have some to spare.
Get our frontliner first, and points at Elise.
He's gonna look
Well, yes,
over
I'm
there.
injured. We're all more likely than not, we're fucked if they go down.
Understandable.
Fine.
Elise is your name, right?
Yes, Elise.
Would you care for some healing?
Not really, but I'm not in a position to say no.
Understandable. I will spend some of my energy. And here, take my hand for a second. And he's going to Are you gonna give me his hand? He's going to place his hand on yours and then one on top, and a little medallion on his finger glows, and you receive. Oh, the medallion says, "I love you, Dad," and it heals you for 10 HP.
Okay.
There.
I'm just going to speed that along a bit, may as well.
Your friend's missing. That is troubling indeed. I too am missing a companion, a young wizard, named Anna Hughes. I was traveling with her into the waste, and we got separated. She was kidnapped. That's why I'm here now.
You hear the unknown kobold speak up again.
Most likely the goblins have her. If it's a goblin, if it's a mage, they're probably the reason all this started.
I fear for her safety, and I feel slightly responsible. I should have been the one who got kidnapped.
Well, if it makes
Captured.
you feel any better, she's probably still alive. She's the reason the goblins are multiplying as they are. They're using some kind of strange magic to summon more of themselves. We
You're
believe
right.
some kind of mage was at the heart of it. But since they are still multiplying, we can imagine she is still being used.
That gives me hope. Thank you.
But we can't get to where she's probably being held at the main fortress. Too much in the way. But before we speak on that, we will need to figure out what to do about your companions.
He nods to Chiron and Elise.
Well, if you wouldn't be bothered, if you'd lend me one of the goats, I can just go for it.
Your increased size would be too much for the goats to properly ride. Your friend would be able to ride them safe.
As the goats are only medium creatures.
I think I can find. I should be able to find Zeke.
You mean Zeke?
In your
Z's in the
state,
tent.
would it be wise?
I said Zeke.
Oh, I missed it.
In your state, would it be wise? Wouldn't you need company?
You hear from Demetrios.
I would suggest against it. There's too many enemies out there and too many chances you will be captured as well. We can keep an eye out for them, but in your state, I do not think you would make it.
Chiron's gonna tilt their head. Do I still feel that connection open?
It has dropped.
Okay. But did I feel like it got through to Z?
You definitely felt something on the other side. As for what it was, you weren't sure.
Okay. While I don't know what that was, I am going to pray that it got through to Zeke to get his twink ass over here.
Then we will give them time, and perhaps they will find their way here. In the meantime, go and recover your friend. They are likely in a bad state. We have much planning to do, but we can wait at least a little while longer. We will wait for your compatriots to return. You will likely be needed in the fights to come, should you wish to join.
Yeah. Come on, Elise. Medical bay for us.
Alright.
Meanwhile, Graves, are you going with them or are you staying up here with the leaders?
I'll follow them because he might be able to assist in the medical area.
Fair. Elsewhere,
Zeke, you are now on your knees as you feel those emotions and orders sear into your soul.
Zeke is going to look up a little bit towards the sky and go, I knew I needed to fear Chiron, but I never knew how much. I will have to ask them what the fuck just happened. And then attempt to stand up.
Your legs are a little shaky, especially with the unconscious Noman still over your shoulder. It's been slow going since you tried to move around the mountain, and you have seen 10 different groups of goblins.
You said in that that wave of feelings, for lack of better terms, did I get the hint of actual words in it, or just feelings?
Feelings. You got the idea they're wanting you to come to them, though.
So do I feel like a pull in a certain direction?
No.
No. Okay. Well, at the very least, it's not safe where I'm at. So, I feel like at this point, Zeke would say fuck it and go towards the other encampment.
Fair enough. As you walk, I need a D100.
Yeah. Also, you sound so, blasé about my decision.
Zeke, as you're going over, it's hours in the making, you see something that worries you greatly.
Oh no.
A river.
Fucking damn it.
And you think you
Every-
probably need to cross it.
Can I tell how deep it looks?
Not from where you are.
And I'm guessing I can't tell any crossing from what I can see in my line of sight.
Not that you see, no, and Noman's still unconscious, so it's all on you.
Luckily for you, I'm a goblin right now, so small creature, easy to carry around.
Oh. How wide is the river?
30 feet? No, not 30 feet, 50 feet, sorry.
I'm almost certain I cannot throw Noman that length, but to double check, if I were to throw Noman, it would possibly cause him to go into death saving throws since he's unconscious, right?
It wouldn't be death saves, it'd be immediately starting to drown.
No, I meant throw him across the river onto the other side and hit
He
land.
might, depending on how he lands.
Okay.
Throw the goblin. Throw.
Chances are, though, you're gonna land in the... He's gonna land in the water.
Yeah.
Yeah, I kind of wish I was a gnome now, because if I could say throw the gnome. Throw the gnome.
Gnome cannon! Fire! Boom!
Oh.
The gnome
Honestly,
slinger.
honestly, it's going to take more time. But Zeke is gonna fucking look for a bridge or some shit. Because he has too much issues with water that he's not going to risk this with an unconscious gnomon unless he absolutely has to.
You follow this river for 3 hours looking for a crossroad. In that time, Noman does wake up.
You
But
hear like
do
a
eventually see there's a fallen tree you can go across. It's going to be a little difficult to get across, but it is doable. And Noman, you are up. Good. Go ahead. Sorry.
gnomon groans and like shuffles or moves around on Zeke's shoulder. What happened? Are you alive?
Yes, we are alive.
Those goblins kicked me in the face, didn't they?
Yes. Yes, they did.
Assholes. I swear to God, if I find any goblins on the ground, I'm going to give them exactly what they gave me. Oh, And the one like climb down off your shoulder.
There is still just dried blood all over the front of your face.
There's a river here, though, right?
Yeah, you're also pretty sure they broke your nose when they kicked you.
I think my nose is. I think my nose is broken. Noma's gonna like scoop up some water and wash his face.
It hurts.
How cold is the water?
Very. It's not as cold as it was down in the underground, but it's decently cold.
Yeah, Noma's gonna take out a rag and like soak it in the water and hold it to his face. Ah. Oh my god, that hurts. I swear to God, if this was permanent, I would be very upset.
Well, I would honestly rather take my chances with more goblins than to continue to face Chiron's wrath if we stay away for longer.
Do you know where they are?
Not a clue. But
You
there is
look
nothing
around, Noman. You're nowhere close to the mountains anymore. You can see them way off in the distance at this point.
Noah's gonna splash some cold water on his face. I'm gonna roll an intelligence check. Can I see if if I remember that the camp was friendly? We're supposed to have been friendly.
Sure.
All right, let's see.
Now that you think about it, you're pretty sure you saw kobolds, not goblins, in the camp, even at a distance.
Noman groans. Oh my God, I'm an idiot. Zeke, we should have gone to the camp. It was full of kobolds.
Ah. I guess it's a good thing I started in that direction anyway. I figured even if they were more goblins, we could figure something out at least.
Yep. Everyone's probably already there, wondering what the hell we were doing. Oh, they probably think we're idiots. I know I think I'm an idiot. Information is supposed to be my thing. Why the hell did I think of this? Alright, so we have to cross this river?
You make it
see there's a
sound
large
so
stream.
easy.
Zeke has found a bridge. Kind of.
Noman's gonna put a foot on the tree and like slide around to see how slippery it is.
Oh, it's decently slippery. It's got a river running under it, so it's been splashing on, so it's wet.
How wide is the tree?
About 2 feet, 3 feet. But it's round, so it's not the most stable of things to go across.
Lots of branches. Lots of.
Yep.
Well, but are they sticking up like where we would be walking? Are there a bunch of branches we could grab onto?
Yep. But they're also in the way.
I think we can do it. I'm small size right now, so it should be a little easier. Maybe we should tie ourselves to each other just in case one of us slip and fall.
If I slip and fall, Noman, I fear it might be the end of me.
Yes, Elise isn't here to save us from the water this time.
Yes, and while that does sound like a smart plan, I feel you will be more danger if you're attached to me in the water. Your lack of words speaks volumes in your confidence in me, Noman. I appreciate that.
I was thinking of my response. God, I lost my train of thought. It may be dangerous for us both, but it is marginally safer to be tied to each other just in case. If you fall off, I could possibly grab hold of a branch and keep us both from falling off. And if I fall off, well, I'm small. It'll be pretty easy for you to pull me back up.
If you want to take that risk, I will not stop you.
We need acrobatics from both of you when you're going across.
But actually, you know what? You know what we could do? We could just check to see if it's too deep to cross by tying a rope around the small person and having the medium person hold it while the small person goes over to check.
Don't both of you have bad strength?
Yep.
But I have decent dexterity, so
Could be athletics to pull the other person back out.
yeah, but I'm like for crossing a log, it'd be better.
You'll have decent rapids in front of you throughout this entire road, which is why you can't see the bottom. Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So, will you try?
I vote for the rope thing, but Zeke, what do you think? You want to do the rope thing?
I am leaving that fully onto you, Noman. Like I said, I will not fight you if you wish to do that, but I cannot say I think it is the smartest of decisions.
Okay. Instead of tying it, let's just hold the rope. We can. That way, if it comes to it, we can release it if we need to.
Zeke will nod and pull out a rope.
Need acrobatics from both of you as y'all make y'all's way across.
Yep.
Rope in hand. Zeke, you're making your way, and you're just like, yeah! And then you hear a splash behind you as Noman loses his balance and falls off with a scream. But while he hits the water, we're going to check on the other party.
Mm-hmm.
Graves, Chiron, Elise, y'all are gathered around Farley.
Ooh, those are some serious bite marks.
Do they are they untying Z and Farley now?
Yes, they are.
Okay. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that Farley doesn't have his spellcasting focus.
He does not. You're not entirely sure where that is at the moment. He doesn't have any of his gear. His clothes, that's about it.
Okay. Perfect. I'm gonna shake him awake.
Oh, I wouldn't do that. Okay, all right.
Farley, you come back to. There's an angry tiefling on your chest.
Upon being violently shaken awake, I trigger my demon form.
Oh!
You suddenly see like this normal-looking human grow like a foot taller with his short horns growing fully long and his skin turning blood red.
You hear one of the nurse kobolds that were moving around in little white aprons with a little white cross hat on them goes, ah! Demon! Whack! Hit him with a medical pan.
I'm going to stop her. No, I'm going to stop her.
Need a sleight of hand to see if you can get there in time. You do manage to catch it.
Yeah. I'm going to catch it to stop her from doing that and then grab Farley by the, just the front of his robes and go, Farley, fucking look at me.
What's that? Oh, Chiron, what's up?
You
Lose the
see the
demon form.
nurse is still freaking out, trying to get at him with the medical tray.
I'm going to, in Draconic, tell her to calm down.
The demons,
She's
they're
not-
here for my firstborn. They're coming for them. I should have never made that deal.
Who are you calling a demon, you And then I said,
Chiron is going to just put their hand over your mouth.
Chiron, you're gonna need to use that hand to catch the tray. They're coming after him.
Elise will stop the kobold at this point. Just grab them by the shoulders and just steer them just outside the tent.
Do I still need sleight of hand?
No, you're able to this time.
Okay.
At least
Okay.
you do see there are guards running.
Farley, is it? It's okay. You're in a safe place with friends. You don't need to worry.
What the fuck? Who are you? Where the hell are we? Oh god, did we all die again?
No.
No. My
Farley,
name
we
is.
haven't died before.
But your companions have met me, but my name is Judd. We're in the kobold camp. We're safe.
Oh, all right. And then you suddenly see me like shift back into like my normal self, which basically looks like a normal human with like white hair and his blue robes and his step. Wait, where's my staff?
You can have it back when you're done freaking out.
Oh, all right. Sorry, I thought we were since fighting. Wait, where's the giant mutant black cat?
Farley, did you try to fight a displacer beast?
Did I fight dispay what?
Chiron, not enough to do like damage or anything, but I'm gonna smack Farley upside the head.
What? It's ow! Wait, you mean the cat that charged at me?
Yes, Farley.
What was I supposed to do? Run away? I'm not a coward. I'm not an artist.
Farley.
There's nothing cowardice about self-preservation.
Points to Judd in a exactly.
During all of
What the
this,
fuck?
y'all hear the kobolds starting to talk with Elise. Their weapons are not drawn, but hands are on them, ready to deal with. Elise, I imagine you're giving an explanation of what's going on to stop them from taking down Farley. And you.
Question is, do any of them speak common or giant?
Actually, the one in front of you does.
Okay,
Not
good.
well, but they do.
I don't know if it would have been better if Elise just started talking slower and slower and more high pitch. Like, just start yelling at them. Do you understand? Type deal.
But, Chiron,
Yeah.
good Aves, continue on. Elise is handling the situation over there. Poorly,
Yeah.
but they're
I don't
handling
know.
it.
I'm the one with the charisma. Ow. 1 sec.
Come on, can't Elise go all tourist mode on them?
You're trying. They're just looking at you like, what the fuck are we doing, man? Fucking
Chiron.
bitches. Heads
All
too
angry
much in the
woman.
clouds. Heads too much in the clouds to actually speak right.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Farley. Are you calm now? Farley.
Lou, you're muted.
Oh, wait, did someone say something about me?
Yeah,
Yes,
they're
are
talking
you
to you
calm
again.
now?
Oh, sorry. I just heard the last part I heard was the conversation was Ma trying to calm down the kobolds.
Are you
No,
calm now
you're
is what
good.
Chiron's saying.
Oh. Wait. Oh. Oh god. Oh damn it, it got away. I'll find that beast and then I will end it.
No, you won't. We've got bigger fish to fry, and that cat will eat you.
Come
you
on,
see
you know
a
the
whole
rule.
fish
There's nothing-
flop on a nearby table.
But look, actually, I think that fish is more seared than fried. But either way, the fish is here.
You are not going after Displacer Beast, Farley. You are not allowed to.
All right, yeah, I need to be stronger before I can get rid of them all. Yeah, got it. I'll get stronger first.
Chiron is going to take your face into their hands and go, you are not allowed to go after a Displacer Beast until I say you can. Got it?
Okay, got it.
They pat you on the cheek.
Okay. Oh, all right. So where are the? I then kind of look around and just, where are the two? Where are Noman and Zeke?
I don't know. I am hoping that they are making their way here.
Yeah. Well,
That
hopefully
being-
Zeke makes it.
That being said, something weird happened. I'm going to see if I can make it happen again.
What kind of weird thing?
Let me see if I can replicate it so that I can give you an actual explanation. And Chiron is going to sit on Farley's bed, crisscross, and we're just going to push out into the ether and get Zeke to get their fucking ass back to the camp.
You do
Just
not
try
feel
and
a connection this time.
Fair. Do I feel anything like with what happened?
You do not.
Like, do I? Okay. So I can't tell where they're at.
Nope.
Chiron is going to do that for probably about 5-10 minutes before giving up and going, I can't fucking replicate it.
Elise, you managed to get the kobolds to go back away. What are you and Graves up to afterward? Well, Chiron's attempting to forcibly do magic things.
At least we'll hop back in the tent at least.
Currently, I'm just trying to make sure. I'll get out. Hey, Farley, would you care for some healing? You seem a little extra battered, and he's going to. Well, I did my best. I'm running out of energy today. 3 points of healing.
Thanks.
Of course.
After a little while, Chiron, you accept that you're not going to be able to make a connection.
Yeah. I do. Give a bit of a pout, but am hoping that it got through to the right person.
So
And then
you
look,
have,
and then look around and realize that nobody in this room can probably help answer my question.
Done trying to burst a blood vessel, Chiron?
They'll shake their head. What were you saying, Judd?
I was wondering, what are you trying to do? I am quite curious. You were looking up at the sky earlier, and I didn't really understand what you were doing.
Well, I was just pushing into when things go bad, and you just kind of look and just hope just push into the universe that things will go right.
I don't, but you must have a close connection with all your companions, or at least the ones missing, for you to feel like that would help.
I mean, it's not necessarily that I thought it would help. It was more so, think about it as like screaming into the void.
Oh, gotcha. Something screamed back, I take it?
Not screamed, but it clicked.
Gotcha.
All I can see is Adam Sandler waving in the distance with a remote.
Low hanging
Oh.
fruit.
Oh, laughing hurts. But Zeke's not dead. I know
That's
that.
good.
He's not dead.
That's good.
I could tell you jack shit about Noman though. Zeke's not dead though. And you just see this tiny tiefling. It's just, they don't know much, but they have the conviction that Zeke is not dead. He's still out there. He's still alive.
Yes.
They
He'll
will.
either come back or we'll go find him.
Yes. When they return, at least something good came out of this crappy situation. And he looks around the war encampment.
I hope so.
Yes.
That being said, Farley, pretty sure, at least of a couple hours ago, Kiki's alive. We haven't seen her, but she's alive.
Right.
That explosion knocked my head on straight, and I remembered that Z over there had that messaging sending stone earring. Also, where'd that nurse go? Blue's muted.
Oh. They're still outside with their fucking medical pan. They're just watching Farley like a hawk.
I'm just gonna look at her and in Draconic just go, he's magic.
All
You should
demons are.
always if he's a demon, what am I?
You're a tiefling, there's a difference.
Well, he's human. Trust me, I've
That's what
checked.
they all say. Until they turn out to be demons.
I just look at it and go, trust me, I've checked. He is most definitely human. I've had him tested.
They're real good at hiding that stuff. And the demons are coming after me. They want my
And
first
why?
What's
why
the
are the
crazy lady
demons?
talking about?
I'm trying to figure that out, Farley. What do you mean they're coming after you?
Because I
Did you
tricked
make a
them.
deal with a demon? Uh-huh. And how'd you do that?
Because I sold my firstborn to them.
Okay. So you entered a deal with a demon.
Yes.
That was dumb.
Did you get anything good out of the kid?
Can you speak Draconic, Farley?
Oh, they're speaking Draconic?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, my bad. Sorry, I thought you were speaking Common. My bad. This character
Mhm.
doesn't have Draconic. Ignore me then.
Do you mind repeating what she's saying?
Give me a moment. I'll translate in a sec.
Okay.
I'm trying to figure out what's going on first.
Okay.
But what did I tell her that was dumb?
No. It was smart. Because they have to go deal with the Fae first.
Did you promise your child, your firstborn child, to a fey creature and a devil? Or and a demon?
And the Eldritch Abomination, and the Hedge Witch, and the really cute rabbit.
You do realize that at the end of all of this, they're just gonna come after you, right? For breach of contract?
You see,
Because you sold-
usually I would have done that. Yes, however, I made sure to write the contract in that they had to go after whoever holds the contract, not me. And I also put away the other contracts with each other. Plus, I got some powers to help me hide from them.
Madam, I truly believe that you are a dumbass.
Yes, that's what my husband said too. Then they turned them into a stone statue. But it was worth the deal. He was an abusive shit anyway, so nobody really cared when he disappeared.
I mean, that's fair. That's how all abusive pieces of shit should end. That being said, I've had him checked multiple times. He's definitely human.
Well, you should look out for the fiend energy that's in him. There's definitely something in there.
And then she's gonna walk off.
Say that in not her voice, please.
There's fiend energies in there. You should get them checked again.
Chiron's gonna look at Farley and go, "We're getting you checked out again."
Oh, for pity's sake! I've already had the tests. I don't want to deal with the needles again.
Farley, you look over and there's a kobold sitting there with a massive syringe. It's about the size of your forearm.
Okay,
Farley
it's like, you see him raise his hand, but nothing comes up. Like, right, shit, no staff.
You no, sit. I'm gonna look at him and go. I'm gonna look at the kobold and go. Can you test for fiend energy?
What? No.
What's the syringe for?
Oh, it's to keep the patients from doing anything stupid. They can't speak common all that well, so they don't really know I'm not a doctor. I have a doctorate in physics.
Okay. Well, you're not allowed to use any of that bullshit on that one.
Well,
Otherwise, you and I will have issues.
I could launch it at him at a high velocity and slam it through his chest, but I don't think it has the effect people are looking for.
He is speaking common, by the way, so all of you catch this.
Gotcha.
Permission to kill him?
Permission denied.
No.
Permission denied. That being said, I am going to then translate what was said with the woman, including the fiend part. And after I say that, we're having you checked out again, Farley, just by an actual doctor, not that one.
Oh, for pity's sake, look, just because I turn into a red demon doesn't mean I'm actually demonic. I mean, hell, I don't register on, divine senses and stuff.
How would you know that, Farley? We haven't come across a paladin.
Wasn't it that one time with the... Oh, no, wait, that guy was just pretending so he can get into his pants. Yeah, never mind. Yeah, we have actually tested that.
Just pat you on the head.
Quite astonishing that you all remain so positive in such a dire circumstance. I mean no offense by that. It's quite uplifting to see your spirits are at least slightly high.
You laugh or you cry. And
suppose
crying
Whatever
doesn't
you
get
Mr.
anything
Death
done.
is-
I tried to just remain focused on the task at hand, I suppose. But it's nice to take a break here and there and just, I guess, smell the roses, as they say.
Fair. What was that, Elise?
I was just saying to laugh in the face of death is to win that fight.
Elise, can I get a
Eventually, if
perception
the
check?
world keeps... Oh, never mind.
What was that?
Can I get a perception check from Elise? Elise, you see something out of the corner of your eye that attracts your attention. On the far side of camp, way up here to the north, you see a figure, a tall figure, taller than anybody here, standing at about 10 feet tall. If you had to guess, in black robes, just standing and watching.
At least just gives them a nod.
They're not looking at you at the moment.
And plus, you never know how close death can be.
Alrighty. Well, how about your other companion over here?
Not. More like our employer, actually.
Oh, I see.
You just hear Chiron from the background. Probably more than an employer at this point. But that said,
She is a friend, but
that said under their breath. Do you look at Chiron, Elise?
yep.
They've got a smirk on their lips.
What?
They don't respond.
And then keep your secrets.
And it's on that, as Chiron keeps their secret. We're gonna go back over to Team Falls in a River. As, Zeke, you whip around to see Noman go crashing into the river behind you, immediately losing their grip on the rope as the rapids surge over them. What do you do?
I was muted. Are they holding on to the rope?
Nope, you can see they already lost it.
For the love of God, Noman, tell me that you can swim better than I can.
He can't say anything right now. He's underwater.
Oh, how long does it take to It takes a long time to get rid of take off medium armor, correct?
You would normally. You're not wearing your armor right now. You took it off earlier.
Oh.
It's in your bag right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah, Zeke is going to... Yeah, he's just gonna fucking jump in the river.
Feet first, or are you gonna dive?
Dive.
Okay, I need a Constitution check from Zeke. Or save,
Not
sorry, not
saving.
check.
Okay.
Save.
Oh, God.
Motherfucker.
As while Zeke is diving into the water, Noman, you're realizing something.
Yes.
You can stand up.
I knew I should have checked this goddamn river.
It's rapids, but as a goblin, it's up to your nipples about. So at your normal rate, probably up at your waist. It's a little hard. The water is pushing over you, and you stumble a little bit. But do you stay a goblin, or do you go back to normal you?
As soon as I see that I can stand, I'm going to go back to my normal, my elf self.
You sit back, you get back up, and you look up to see the unconscious Zeke floating by, who just dove into a very shallow river and crumpled against the bottom.
I am not telling Chiron about this. Noman is gonna gather up Zeke in his arms and start dragging him out of the river.
It's not hard. You can just drag him across. You end up pushed a little ways by the water, but you and the bags and everything just get pulled out. There is a large red welt.
I don't know where it is. I tried to look for it earlier. I couldn't find it.
Blue.
I couldn't find it. I looked around. I couldn't find it.
One time Blue's not muted.
But Zeke, you are now unconscious, and Noman, you see a big red welt right on the front of their forehead.
Oh shit! They must have done a rock.
That's gonna be hard to hide.
Noman is going to soak a rag in the cold water and wrap it around Zeke's forehead.
Fair.
And is there a path that I can see that would lead some like to the camp, or will I know the heading?
Oh, you can see smoke from where you are up on one of the plateaus. You also see a switchback leading up onto it.
Right. Noman is going to attempt to carry Chiron piggyback style.
Chiron.
I'm not Chiron. Sorry, Zeke,
Yeah, you're able to get him back up there.
and start walking.
It takes you about an hour to make it to the camp.
Could help.
You are met by the kobolds, and they immediately start barking at you. Identify! 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 Chiron, you and the party can hear the guards freaking.
Do any of them speak? I think I'm the only one that speaks Draconic.
That's why I said you can hear them.
Okay, I'm going.
As in the distance, you can see a very beaten Noman carrying a very unconscious Zeke.
Chiron,
go ahead.
I was good. Noman, you don't speak Draconic, do you?
No, I was as they're gibbering at me. I'm just saying, I cannot understand you. Can you please get Chiron?
You see two mages up on top of the towers, hold staffs ready, about to blast you into oblivion.
Is this when I come in?
Yeah, you're coming running up
Okay.
behind.
Yeah, Chiron's gonna call out. They don't speak Draconic. That's Noman and Zeke. Stand down.
What is a Noman?
I literally told you about these two when we came in the first time.
Alright!
We had
We were betting they had been eaten by pugwants. They don't look very pugwant. Damn.
No, I'm going to assume that they both look dripping wet, correct?
Drip, not as much. They look damp at this point. But, yeah, you can see them.
They're friends. Will you let them through so that they can get some medical attention, please?
Yes, yes. But if they are trouble, you will be hunted down. Yes, yes.
Chiron's just gonna hand them a ration.
Oh, hell yeah.
Why are you two wet? Get in here. Medical tent, both of you.
Looks like that, I think.
Nolan will walk past Mud, talking. I just blanked for a second. Nolan will walk past and say, "There is a river, and we thought it might have been deep, so we tried to cross. I fell in. Turns out it was fine. But that's
You
pretty
two
much.
must be the final party members. My name is Judd, and he's gonna put his hand on both your shoulders and give you one hit point each. Unfortunately, that's all I've got left.
Zeke, you are awake as a strange half-orc man touches you.
Oh,
Nice to meet you. I am Noman Niskio.
well, very nice to meet you. Alive and well. Our prayers have been answered. And you must be Zeke, waking up. Glad to see you're alive.
I muted myself as I started to talk, thinking that I was muted. But what Zeke does is whenever they wake up, they look up at Judd and go, "Have I died and gone to heaven? There are a lot of pretty people here." And he's going to fall back face first on a Noman.
That's gonna actually get Jug to laugh.
Zeke, you and I both know I'm going to the hell.
Hang on, there was a lot of people talking over each other. Continue on, Grace.
She was definitely not talking about me.
He's also a dude.
He.
Go ahead, Chiron.
Chiron's gonna look at Zeke. Zeke, you and I both know I'm going to the hills.
Oh, Chiron, you're here too. I just saw the handsome man and points at Judd and go, I hit my head too hard. What happened, Noman?
You saved me. You were very heroic.
I know that's a lie, but thank you for trying to save what little pride I have left.
Is there this bandage on Zeke's head?
Oh, a bandage. It's just a bit of cloth.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk up and take it off and look at their head.
There's a big angry red welt.
What the fuck did they hit their head on?
Is Zeke walking on his? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm pretty sure I rock. You would also see Noman like with a broken nose.
Both of you get into the medical tent.
Yes. Do any of you need assistance walking?
No, my good man. And Noman will walk into the tent and lay down onto the first empty cot he sees. He's tired.
As long as Zeke can, he will walk in on his own.
Fair, Zeke, you see something concerning coming down the way.
Oh no.
At least his body blocking them. They're not getting further.
She walks right up to you. Your compatriots are back, yes?
Mostly. They
Good.
seem to be
You
worse
can
for
be
the wear.
useful again. Follow me.
Not to the medical tent, then.
Are you sure? They might need some rest before we continue.
Looks at
He's-
Noman and Zeke. Medical tent.
Yes. We will give the message to those who need rest.
As you see, this tall, red-headed hobgoblin, not red-headed, dark-haired hobgoblin makes her way back up to the tent where y'all were initially. Graves, you know her to be a very straightforward bitch.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Nimbus isn't one to screw around with.
Alrighty, we're here.
You hear from Demetrios. That means your group has returned?
Yes, but they need rest.
Then I imagine that's why they remained in the medical tent, yes?
Yes.
Then let us set to work. We need to figure out what the group's next move will be. Come in. And Demetrios waves y'all to follow him into the tent. Graves, you coming?
Yeah.
You see there is a large table with a bunch of small, what look like chess pieces almost, set across a map. It is time we figured out what our next move is going to be. How capable are your people?
Not at the very moment. They've been beat to shit and half exploded.
Then we will need to wait until tomorrow as I expected, but after that we cannot wait much longer. If we do, the force that was trapped on the other side of the gorge will likely be killed. They can likely hold out a little while longer, but it's not much longer we can wait.
What do you need us to do?
Well, shortly before we lost contact,
there was a siege on one of our forts. No, one of the places we wanted to put a fort. During the construction, our crews were attacked. We believe them to have been pushed out of the area, and it was taken over by a goblin encampment. We need this goblin encampment dealt with if we are to push on to their main base of operations. There is a goblin there. A goblin by the name of Vorgak Blackblade. He is going to need to be dealt with. Do you think you and your group would be up to getting into that base and dealing with him? Clearing the base as well would be helpful, but unnecessary if we can cut off the head of the base. We estimate there are
Yes,
about
best.
35 people. No, we will send a battalion with you. As well, anyone else that you need, we will bring. We need to fight this at our best. Myself, Nikias, Nimbus, and Icaros have all volunteered on this job if you wish the assistance.
Might be able to. What about Fiki, and have we found Nimona?
Your flying friend was with the battalion that was pushed back. Or the legion that was pushed back. We believe she is still with them, but in trouble. If we leave them too long, your friend will likely die alongside our people.
Count me amongst your ranks, and he turns to Elise and Chiron. The closer I can get to finding out where Hannah is, the better. And you seem like good folk. I'd like to help out.
You see the one Demetrios pointed to as Icarus.
As I said before, your best chance to pick up this Hannah will be taking the main gates. If she truly is the energy source in which the goblins are using to create more goblins, they will be keeping her in the main operation base. We will need to seize it and take it in order to save her.
Understood.
Well, let's start with it. Let's start with this.
Yes.
Do you know your people's tactics, and you know ours, as you have fought alongside Goliath? He will be leading the forces that go with you. How best do you wish to attack?
As Icarus pulls out another map.
And he spreads it across the table. As
Well,
it shows you a fort.
where are we thinking the lead's gonna be?
Hang on. Why did this break?
I did need it this time, I swear.
I believe you. My map broke. One moment, please.
Normally I eat it, but I didn't do it this time. My throat hurts too much.
Oh, if it had enough water, it may have made a good soup.
That's fair. But I don't think this time it.
Oh, you can't see.
It's very
You
dark.
cannot see. I'm working on it. Turn that off. There you go.
Oh boy.
Hmm.
As best as we are able, this is what we think the base will look like.
I see.
We've got the Griffin Riders managed to get some information before we lost our superiority. They have dragons.
Oh, grown dragons, or
Not full ones, they're still small, but enough to push back the Griffin Riders.
Hmm. I'm not
I
seeing
see.
many ways up for a majority of forces. Damn good cliff sides, multiple tiered. Makes throwing rocks down easy. It might have to be a full frontal.
It could be, but there might be a back entrance too if there's a way. Unless it's just an open area. There must be a place where they could escape, although it's off the edge of a cliff. Don't know.
The goblins aren't known for trying to escape. They fight to the last. But if you're looking for a back entrance, the only way we know of is here. They point at this right here. It is a
Oh,
lavatory that
nice.
sends its waste over the side of the cliff. It is the only weak place that we know of if you can get up to it.
I see. Any of you good at climbing?
Tyron will raise their hand.
It could be a
See,
possibility. We could make it work.
That's not a great one either. That's one person getting up.
No,
Yeah.
but if we can get Z back up, if me and her go the back end while you guys do a frontal assault, we can start picking off their back line. If we can get Z back in fighting condition, or if there's someone here that's also good at stealth, if I can just get at least one other person with me to go in the back end, we can stick to the shadows and pick them off in the dark.
You
He
see
might
it,
put
The
Chris.
rest of us,
Oh, go ahead.
and the rest of us attack from the front.
Nod.
You see Icaros hold up their hand. I am usually working as a scout and spy, and my talents might be helpful as well. But the camp itself is wide open. You won't find many shadows to hide in.
There are no shadows. I can make you invisible. Also, I'm pretty light-footed myself.
Invisibility
That'll-
won't help once the fighting begins if you're fighting as well. And
Yeah.
the Black Blade, he is not going to be taken by surprise and killed easily. He is a very
Might be the-
dangerous foe.
I might be able to draw him out. Some goblins, especially the leaders, are known for duels.
He is not one to fight fair. If he is to draw you in a duel, he will backstab you. And if I'm honest, I do not think you'd win in a duel on your own. His weapon is, well, they call him Black Blade for a reason.
Do they have any of our prisoners in there?
Not that we're aware of. We believe anyone that was still in the construction yard when it was sieged that did not manage to fall back, well, we believe we are going to need to find their bodies and bury them.
We just want to raise the fort.
If we can take the fort, we can put it to our own uses. As well, they are prepping it for fire attacks as well. It will not burn easy.
Hmm. And I know this is foolish to say, but all the goblins will put up a fight.
Yes,
What if any surrender?
they will not.
You are sure of that?
Based on what we have seen, the main goblins that are true goblins are remaining close to the main encampment. The ones we are here are created by magic. Probably a effect from whatever they are doing to your friend Hannah. These goblins are relentless, fight to the end. You can cut their limbs off and they will continue fighting unbothered. It is terrifying and like fighting the undead.
It saddens my heart to hear that there's no good outcome to this. But there might. If full frontal is what they expect, is there any way we could tamper with their supplies, food?
They don't
or-
need supplies if they're made of magic.
We have been looking
It
out for
took too long.
caravans, but we haven't seen any.
There is the chance
Careful.
they are using the tunnels, but we have not found any that lead to the camp yet.
I see. There's the
We're on
least
time
amount of-
limit.
The less people on our side that die, the better.
Indeed. I would rather not like to waste lives, which is why we were hoping you would find us. With your assistance, we may be able to make a stronger assault than we would on our own. We would have liked Snips to return with you, but it seems that is not the case based on what we have heard.
They went with Fiki.
I'm going to
You don't
assume.
know where Fiki is.
Yeah.
We know Fiki's in combat, so
Yeah,
assumption is they're with some sort of the front line.
if they survive.
Could be. I'm making assumptions.
Yeah. Chiron is gonna go. Have you guys seen Fiki at all?
No, your other compatriots have not been seen.
That's concerning. They were definitely in the midst of a battle. But at the very least, it means Fiki's still fighting.
If
Didn't
they are
drown.
fighting, that means they are likely with. They either ran into the wandering goblins, or they have met up with the other forces. Which means all the more reason we need to get over there and reinforce them.
Agreed. Looking at this, then it sounds like our best bet is a frontal attack. If we can get in as close as possible and cut off their escape, all the better.
Expect a frontal assault to be dangerous. The bridge is narrow and they have multiple ballistas watching it. As
Just
well,
the two?
two watching over the main side, one in the main encampment, at least as far as we know, and then they have buckets of hot foam, rocks, and all kinds of things they can throw over.
Right, do you think you and Z can take care of the ballistae and make a frontal assault actually worthwhile?
Who was the one that piped up about being
Icarus.
Or
if
Icarus?
yeah, I was gonna say, if
My
Z
mistake.
wakes up, yes. Icarus, do you think you and I can disable their ballistas?
It all depends if we can get to them. We might be able to get to the back one unsighted, but the ones at front, it's a risk. The areas along the side are very open. There's nowhere to hide. As well, it is constantly patrolled.
No, but if we go in invisible before the frontal assault, as long as we don't attack anyone.
Can you make multiple people invisible?
No, I can only do one. Is there any mages or anyone else here who can cast that spell?
None of ours are familiar with it as far as I know.
Above table, I feel like one other person could cast it.
Yeah, it would have been Z.
Okay. So. Okay, so it was.
From your
Well,
party, those are the only two I can think of.
Yeah.
okay. I think Z was the other one that could do it. So we can make one person invisible.
Then maybe we can take one ballista, but there are going to be guards up at that ballista and they're immediately going to have to start fighting. And it's not going to handle the other ballista.
Well, even if one goes down, we don't have a battering ram, do we? Or some sort of
We do.
covered wagon?
Not a covered wagon, but we do have a battering ram. It won't be the
Fully
most
plated?
protection, but it will give some to the team that tries to take the door.
Yeah. If we get one down, we can deal with the other being shooting at us. It wouldn't be great, but it'd be something.
Unlike most, I'll actually stick to the wall.
We don't have any sort of bombardment tool. We can't hit that tower.
The griffins would have been the ones that did it, but with those dragons up there, we can't risk it.
Yeah. And I doubt we can get one out there in range before it starts shooting at us.
Correct.
Okay, how many ballistas? There's 2 ballistas in the front.
Yes,
And
we'll
one
watch it go
somewhere
to
in the
main.
camp.
In the middle,
Oh.
right here.
Okay. And where's the hot oil?
It's just something they can move around.
Okay.
So they'll
Literally
bring it to
buckets
wherever
of it.
you'll attack. Yeah. And it's oil, not foam. You are correct. I was thinking hot foam, and I'm like, that's Shrek.
Yeah.
As for forces, we can expect somewhere in the range of 35 goblins. Warriors, riders, wargs, skirmishers, spine cleavers, and Vorgak himself. At the very least,
A
if they
mix
haven't
of
been
light, medium,
reinforced.
heavy armored.
I'm going to be honest. I still think a frontal assault is probably our best bet. I also think that I probably have the best chance outside of Z to be able to climb those walls and disable as many of those things as possible. Because unlike the rest of you, I can stick to the wall. I'm also the most likely going to be able to get out. If I don't have
Yeah.
to worry about anyone behind me, then
I think that is our best bet.
yeah.
The question
Use
is
every
which.
advantage in our book.
Yeah. The question is which ballista do we disable? Because
My goal's gonna be the 2 front ones.
Yeah. Leave the back one. We can deal with that in a bit. I'm just worried about passageways.
If you're going to
Even
be
if you get
blocking
one of the front.
if you go in through the toiletry, your closest one's going to be the one on the right.
Yeah, but once one breaks, the whole camp will be alerted.
Indeed.
Yeah.
There is
Anyone got a
another
flare?
thing. We will need to decide who is going to come with you.
You have an active roster, don't we?
Because Eliath is going to be leading the battalion of kobolds that are coming with you. But you also have the additional forces that you can bring in Icaros, who is a rogue. You said he was a spy. Demetrios, the priest who has been taking care of the party. Nikias, who is a fighter, and then you'll have all seen what Nimbus can do.
Yeah.
With the frontal assault, we're gonna want Nimbus.
Yeah.
We need more frontliners.
How many? 2 or 3?
Y'all will be able to have 2 inactive, but those are just going to be fighting with you. Anybody else you bring up will be with the battalion.
We could leave Demetrius with the battalion. That should cut losses down heavily. Especially if we bring other healers, possibly priests.
Agreed.
Nick, he is the only one that will be able to go with y'all. He's one of the few battle healers that are still active.
Okay, but we have healing capabilities at the party, correct?
Yes.
You'll have
Okay.
Judd, who's a paladin healer, so he's a half healer.
Out of character, essentially his job is to, when you go unconscious, I give you a point of healing.
Yeah,
Bring you back up.
so not the same as Demetrius' life cleric.
Yeah.
So our emergency pick me up.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
And I
so we're
don't
gonna
think
want
the
to
rest
take.
of y'all have them.
No, we're gonna want to bring Demetrios with us,
Yeah,
because
exactly.
otherwise, because
Yeah.
we're gonna need a healer. So I'd
So
say the healer
Demetrius.
and the frontliner, and everyone else.
So Demetrius
with the battalion.
and Nimbus.
Yep.
Great. Yeah.
Weren't you taking Icaros to go in the back with you, Chiron?
We only have 1 invisibility.
True.
Yeah. So while I would like it, because it would be helpful, realistically we can only have so many people in the active party,
Well, as
and
I
we
said,
only have one
The rest is with the battalion and will still be active.
Okay.
This
so
isn't the same as this isn't the same battle because y'all are in a war footing right now, so we're ignoring the usual limitations. Because
Fair
y'all are
enough.
going to be
Fair-
in a massive throwdown.
Okay, so put it this way: as far as I'm concerned, we need to take everyone we have. We
Okay.
need every able-bodied.
Do note taking them away for this mission will leave their positions unfilled for the rest of the army to defend and make a move to rescue the others. So anybody you leave will be with that party getting ready to deal with anybody trying to reinforce.
Okay.
There won't be a leaderless, as one Perilous will be leading that group. But anybody that doesn't come with you will be with him and the others.
Okay.
We just take those 3, or do we even bring Icarus?
I'd say leave Icarus with them, just in case. What we're going to hope, is that Z wakes up. If she doesn't, I'll go in alone. That being said, if I don't have to worry about anyone at my back, it's going to be a hell of a lot easier for me to get out if I need to.
You don't have to get out, you just have to get back to us.
That's my point. I'm going to have a hell of a lot easier time of escaping the less people that come with me.
Mhm.
I trust the rogue to be able to get themselves out, but I'm not going to trust, the bard.
Remember, though, the bard is also a spy with good, pretty decent stealth.
What's your stealth?
4.
Yeah, mine's a +7. I don't trust the bard.
Icarus and Z would be the only two reasonably who'd be able to keep up with you.
Yeah, so you are way more suited to go with and support the front line.
There is another suggestion from Icarus, though.
Yeah.
Well, I couldn't get around. I could move into the side building. Try to take out the ballista watching the inner courtyard. Once the explosion starts on that side, they're not going to be looking towards that. Somebody might run to man it. I can deal with somebody manning something.
That
Which
just
one
takes
would they
us
be going after?
The one...
The central courtyard.
Yeah, the one right next to the bathroom.
Okay, so they deal with that one. I go along this path and deal with this one.
Yep.
And then that puts me in the front. And if I can get to this one without too much risk, I'll go for it. Otherwise, I'll rejoin the party.
So, we have a tentative one for bringing Icarus, Demetrios, and Nimbus.
Nimbus.
Leaving Nikias behind.
Yeah.
To help with the assistance there. Alrighty. Well then. With that, as a plan is being made, y'all are sent to go inform the rest of y'all's party to get ready for battle tomorrow, and if you need any repairs done to your armor, to go talk to Rythor.
We just got exploded, so I am 100% going to take my armor and everyone else's armor over to him while they are resting.
Fair, you see the familiar green dragonborn. But as you are heading that way, and the camp is preparing for the next assault for tonight, that is where we're going to leave it. Good job, you guys. That was a lot of fun. And for those listening in, I thank you for joining us. And I hope you are here next week to see how this raid ends up going. Doodles.